OfficialJab back with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys a new skill tech. Now it has been a little minute since I've done a video like this, just showing off basically this type of video format is me showcasing certain skill in particular that can be used to make combos with. And this time around I'm showcasing a skill that I think hardly anybody even remembers at this point. I'm telling you guys, Flash Fish Crush, I have been labbing this skill for a good week and a half now. It is absolutely amazing. Flash Fish Crush, if you don't know, it's a strike skill. It's one of hits super attacks. All it really is just a punch to your opponent. It can also be used as a counter, so if I set the opponent to attack with a crit. Boom. So it can also be used as a counter, as you can see. It can also counter Ki Blast, like little regular basic Ki Blast. And it can also counter, you know, strike super attacks as well. So I mean, you know, and a lot of people don't run it because honestly, it's not the best strike skill in the game. It's not the best counter. There are better counters. There are better strike skills overall. So not a lot of people run this move at all. In terms of practical use, it's not the best skill. And to be honest, the reason I'm even using this skill in the first place is because someone in Discord asked if I could try making some combos with it. I was like, okay, I'll try to see if I can do something with it. And with me knowing prior to what I know now after labbing it for the past week and a half, I was like, I mean, maybe I'll find something cool, but it's not going to be anything like crazy, right? So I tried it out, and lo and behold, I found a pretty crazy tech. Now, in terms of its basic use, it's not bad. It has a pretty good knockback. It's kind of similar to Super God Fist with that knockback, how they kind of arch downwards so you can kind of like chase after your opponent. Or you can actually also extend off of it with other super attacks. So yeah, it's not bad in that regard, but there are other skills that can do way more off of knockback, so it's not the best in that aspect. But this is where we get into the nitty gritty. From what I've found, man, the best way to use this move is when you're on the floor behind your opponent, as it leaves them in a hard knockdown state. As you guys are about to see right here, just pay attention to how long my opponent is still on the ground here. That's pretty crazy, right? When I found out about that, I was like, what? This is a hard knockdown? Now, there are other moves that have this similar feature, like Dragon Blitz. You can do something similar. If you're close to the ground, Dragon Blitz is a hard knockdown, but it's not as long as the knockdown you saw. That was nowhere near as long as Flash Fish was. Nowhere near as long. Ginyu Force special combo, as I've showcased before, is also hard knockdown to use the J version. And of course, there's a super Ki explosion, but it only works on the ground as well. There are skills that do similar things, but there are downsides to the other ones. Like with Ginyu Force special combo, for example, like that only works with the Jace variation, and that can be kind of hard to set up unless you're doing something like this. But that's a little tricky to do. Now with Dragon Blitz, yeah, you can just do something like this. But that knockdown is nowhere near as long as the other ones out of these four. So that one's kind of out of the picture. In terms of like setup potential, it doesn't have as much as the other three. Ki Explosion is probably the most similar to Flash Fish Crush, as both do have a similar issue. With both Flash Fish and Ki Explosion, you have to be on the ground or extremely close to the ground. If you're not close enough to the ground, then your opponent is not going to be in that hard knockdown position. The easiest way that I've found to use this tech is by using a certain combo string on a female Earthling. So right there, my boys, that input right there, light, heavy, Flash Fist, or heavy, light, light, heavy. In my opinion, from what I have found, this is the best way to set up Flash Fish Crush if you're on floor without having to use a heavy stamina break. Then for Key Explosion, it's the exact same combo string, but it's just square instead of triangle. If you were to use a triangle, then this will happen. So like I said, both very similar skills in terms of how they function. They're almost interchangeable, but Flash Fish Crush is actually better here, and I'm about to show you guys why. Both skills do call a hard knockdown on floor, but Flash Fish Crush is the harder knockdown, and I'm about to prove that with Kairos Cannon. So first we're going to do a Key Explosion here. There it is, right there. So as you guys saw, the opponent was able to, because I always do is turn my CPU recovery on. The opponent was able to recover out of that hard knockdown state before the first Kairos Cannon shell even hit. Now we're going to do the same exact thing, but this time we're going to use Flash Fish Crush instead. Saw that? The first shell was able to hit. So as you guys clearly saw, Flash Fish Crush is able to knock them down long enough for the first shell of Kairos Cannon to hit them. So that proves right there that Flash Fish Crush does have the longer knockdown, and what that means is that it has much more setup potential than Key Explosion does, even though they both have a similar knockdown mechanic. So what this means is that you could also use this to set up ultimates as well. Like I said, I think female Earthlings are the only ones that have a string like that to where they can actually set up the hard knockdown. I mean, I could be very well wrong on that because I only use 3 races, so I don't know if any other race has a string that's like that. I just know that it doesn't work for female Saiyans or female Majins, at least not without a heavy stamina break. Now there are artificial ways that you can set this up. If you were to like make some kind of combo that leads your opponent towards the ground, then you could maybe do something like that. So there are ways to lead into it, but I feel like female Earthlings have just the best like basic combo string to set up the hard knockdown. So yeah, man, I really do think this tech just adds just so much more depth to this skill, and it really just like goes to show that you never know what you may find when you just go into the lab and start testing stuff out. Now, am I saying this is the best strike skill in the game now? Absolutely not. You know, you still have Sledgehammer, which is an even better knockdown move. Like this is a very situational type of deal. You have to be on the floor. Your opponent has to be turned away from you because it has to be done from the back, not from the front. If you get from the front, it's going to recover. And like I said, from what I know, this can only be best utilized with that female Earthling combo string. So a move like Sledgehammer would be better overall because number one, it's a harder knockdown. It can be done from anywhere, and it even does more damage. So it may not be as practical as some of the other mainstream skills in the game, but the reason why I wanted to showcase this is because if you're someone like me, if you're like a combo artist like me who is trying to like find different ways to link skills together, even if they're obscure moves like this, then this skill is absolutely amazing because this setups, man, the setup potential for this is absolutely real. Sure, you could just use Sledgehammer if you want a hard knockdown to set up another ultimate. That's fine and dandy. But if you want to use something different like me and try to just be a little bit more creative with a combo, then I highly recommend you guys trying this skill for yourselves, man. I've been in the lab using this skill for a good week and a half, and I want to showcase a few combos just to give you guys some ideas, man. So that's really all I wanted to share with you guys, man. Let me know if you guys are going to start using Flash Fish Crest now, and if you guys do end up trying this skill out for yourselves, let me know if any other races besides female Earthlings has some kind of combo string that can properly set up the hard knockdown, you know, male Saiyans, male Earthlings, Namekians, Freezer Rays, anything like that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, man. I don't normally, you know, break down like skill tech that I use, so I mean, if there's any other like skills y'all want me to try out and test and then do a tutorial on, or skills that I've used in the past and do a tutorial on, let me know in the comments below and I can definitely do that. So with that being said, right now I'm just going to showcase just a handful of combos that I've made using this setup. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and I'll catch you guys next time, man. Peace out, God bless.